Welcome along to a clash under the lights at Aomi Urban Sports Park on day one of the men's football five-a-side event. This is an opening Group B match for Spain and Thailand. The Thais, in a footballing sense, are making their Paralympic Games debut. Spain again seek to go further than the bronze medal they've twice won since the sport was first included in the Paralympics 4 years ago. Cooler in these nighttime Tokyo conditions than the 3 other matches on day one of men's football five-a-side for Spain and Thailand. These two sharing a group with Argentina and Morocco. Argentina, the victors in the other game in Group B on day one. A very close and tense affair. Argentina taking the match in the end 2-1. And have that slender goal difference of just +1. The shot stopper for the Spaniards, Sergio Rodriguez. And among the other players, the 4 outfield players, Sergio Alamar and a man, Yusuf Al-Hadawi, who has been out injured for a large part of this season. So he will be delighted to be here, featuring for his country and going for a medal at the Paralympic Games. Vicente Aguilar, at the age of 51, is easily one of the oldest outfield players taking part in the Paralympic Games this year. One of the options off the bench for Spain. Pedro Gutierrez, meanwhile, is their other choice in goal. The goalkeepers in men's football five-a-side can be cited and act as guides as well, as we see the debutantes in this event at the Paralympic Games. Thailand have, of course, never had a shot at trying to get a medal in football five-a-side. They're not just here to make up the numbers, they are one of the best ranked teams in the world. Nonetheless, a very proud moment for the likes of Kitikon Baudi, being here representing Thailand for the very first time in the football event. And there is their captain, Rakrong Buai. A younger squad and a younger team, Thailand, though they do have the 50-year-old Pansawat as a goalkeeping option, should Ponchai be subbed out at any point. Now officials from 3 continents, the Japanese, the Briton and the Argentine, as well as having the 3 referees, the 3 guides for each team are made up of their goalkeepers, their coaches and an additional guide. Head coach for Spain is Jesus Bargueras. Kongkat Kongdamprai is the coach of this Thai side as we break for the national anthems.
Ladies and gentlemen, the anthem of Spain, Satan Kok Galaezones.
Vamos España. And for the very first time, the national anthem in a football sense at the Paralympic Games of Thailand.
Spain taking on Thailand. Best of luck to both teams. The captains will now toss the coin to decide who kicks off.
Buai is the captain of Thailand, who will be involved in the coin toss to determine who gets kick-off in the first of two 20-minute halves. Adolfo Acosta is the Spain captain, not named in the start list. He'll begin on the bench, but still involved in the coin toss. Acosta, with bags of experience at the age of 40, taking part in the Paralympic Games.
Choose which way to kick. You kick that way. Yeah. Okay. You're going to stop this side. Spain kick.
Okay. We begin.
So Spain have kick-off because Thailand have opted to choose which half to begin in, staying in the half that they are in. So Spain will get us underway, kicking from right to left.
Sound devices is very important for the players to be able to hear that. So no
Stadium announcer just reminding those inside the AOMI facility to keep quiet throughout the game, because the silence, or as close to silence as possible, is required for the outfield players to hear where the ball is. The ball, if you're watching for the first time, football five-a-side at the Paralympic Games, containing a couple of bells which make a bit of a noise to allow the outfield players to obviously play with the ball, but also to position themselves accordingly on the pitch, which is the same size as a FIFA futsal playing arena, 40 meters by 20. Spain are considered the second favourites in this event, behind the formidable force of Brazil, the four-time champions at the Paralympic Games. No other nation has won gold medal in Paralympics men's football five-a-side. That is how good Brazil are and have been since Athens, when the sport was introduced in 2004. Spain are here by virtue of being the European champions, winning the Euros a couple of years ago in Rome. Alamar and his outfield teammate Cantero will get us underway. Football five-a-side is one of 3 sports only at the Paralympic Games, exclusively for athletes with vision impairments, and certainly one of the most popular, even though it's not been around for too long compared to other events. Alamar racing forward in an attempt to have a go at goal right from the off for Spain. Back at the other end, Sergio Alamar helping out in defence. Sanchez, dispossessed by Buai. Adi battling away with Sanchez. Cantero involved again. But not exactly Cantera in nature now, given his age of 27. One of the more experienced players taking part in this event at the Paralympic Games. Play will just be stopped momentarily while the Thai captain, Buai, gets his equipment back on. Here he is, the skipper, looking for Baudi. Baudi still going, and he gets a shot in at goal. Straight at the Spanish goalkeeper, Rodriguez. The use of strength by Thailand's captain. His opposite number, El Hadawi, unhappy that he didn't win a free kick for the use of force. Alamar keeping the ball close and forcing the save, this time from Ponchai. Skipping and dancing with the ball, and then having a go at the target. The best opportunity so far. It's been a lively beginning in darkness in Tokyo. The first of the football matches to be played at night time. Alamar, who's nicknamed El Nino and plays for Alicante. Club-wise in Spain, the Spaniards have a corner, the first of this Group B match. El Hadawi, a scuffed effort, brought away calmly by Kupan, utilising his teammate Baudi, who comes under some pressure from El Hadawi. The Thailand players have had to spend months in isolation with one another in order to be able to compete at the Paralympic Games and take part in this event. Due to the COVID pandemic-related rules in their home country, they've been in their own bubble. They haven't seen friends or family. Such is their desire to not only be here, but to go for gold, to try and win a medal, to do their country proud. Sanchez switching for Spain. It's been an opening 4 or 5 minutes that have been open. Not the dominance that Spain would have wanted and that their ranking in the world would indicate should be the case. Restricted to just a couple of chances on goal that have been easily kept out by Ponchai and the outfield players he is assisting. Baudi. Switching from right to left. Still in possession. In the end, conceding the goal kick. Alamar. Bouai. Using the sideboard, but so did El Hadawi. And now Sanchez. Under some pressure from Baudi. Here's Baudi, dispossessed by Alamar. Neither side yet to take control of this Group B fixture. That's been given as a foul against Thailand in favour of Alamar. And we may see an early change in a moment. Each side get up to 6 substitutions per half, so plenty of opportunity to mix things up with personnel and tactics. The breaks for substitutes also acting as a kind of unofficial timeout as well, with each team getting 1 timeout, 2 per half of up to a minute. Though it's not too uncommon towards the end of a match, if things are close with the team winning, to make a few changes late on. Why not? Corner to Thailand. Their captain Bouai is involved. So too Kupan. Bouai actually played goalball as a child as well as five-a-side football. He eventually switched his attentions pretty much solely to five-a-side football, dinking the ball over the Spaniards. But El Hadawi turns defence into attack. Good tracking back from the Thai captain. Here he is, working alongside Baudi. Again, play stopped for an infringement. Two fouls have been committed by Thailand so far, one by Kupan and one now by their captain. If 5 are committed by a player, then we get a double penalty situation. Definitely one to avoid. Spain making an early change. Sanchez is subbed out. In his place, the captain, Acosta. He started playing five-a-side football aged 15, 25 years ago, when he moved from the Spanish island of Las Palmas with his family to Seville in the south of the nation. He'll be used to the heat, having spent time in Seville and Madrid more recently, the heat of Tokyo. Differences in humidity, of course, between the Japanese and the Spanish capitals. Spain under a bit of pressure again. Thailand, you have to say, have started their life as a team in football five-a-side at the Paralympic Games very well. Set-piece opportunity for the new boys.
Please, everybody, goalkeeper. Thank you.
The British referee just reminding the goalkeeper of Spain, Sergio Rodriguez, that he shouldn't be talking too much, though he is allowed to help as a guide. Miguel Becerra, the other guide with Spain, alongside the coach, Jesus Baguiras. Kupan all on his own in attack for Thailand. Quickly taken goal kick from a Spanish perspective, perhaps too quick because Thailand have possession back with their skipper. Wise passes straight to Spain, however. Acosta using the chip method, and it was almost one that worked. El Hadawi lurking dangerously right by Ponchai in the Thailand goal. No offside in football five-a-side at the Paralympic Games. One of the differences between this event and FIFA futsal. Definitely a slightly adapted eye shade being worn by Spain's skipper. Acosta sporting the colours of the Spanish flag and Spain's home jersey on his eye shade. Spain committing the foul on this occasion, so it will be a free kick to Thailand. Baudi and Buai in a position to take the free kick. And again, the referee having a word with Rodriguez. He's very keen to, of course, get his wall in position, as any goalkeeper will always be. And the shot is almost enough to trouble Spain's keeper, Rodriguez. Right away, though, Spain are up at the other end. Alamar. Rodriguez forced into action by the shot from Baudi, who managed to get an effort in around the Spain wall. Buai using his strength as Thailand used the kickboards too to their advantage. Kupan losing out to his opposite number 7, Alamar, and concedes the free kick as well.
side is Thailand, number 7.
Thailand, considering they are, for many, the underdogs in this clash, have more possession than Spain, 54 to 46% early on. Acosta. Accosted by some effective Thai defending. Buwai, really effective in the physicality sense, despite being shorter than many of the Spanish players. The engine room of Thailand so far, for sure. No foul on Thailand's Wimmelwan, who we've not seen too much of in the opening 10 minutes. That's Kupan who's gone down on the goalkeeper's byline. Jesus Barguieras will not be too disappointed. There's still half an hour to go, but clearly would have wanted a better start from the team that are the clear favourites to come through this match and probably to top the group as well. El Hadawi getting in a shot blocked by Wimmelwan. Cantero moves across to support El Hadawi. Kupan for Thailand. Waiting for support to arrive. Did well to get in sight of having a shot in the box. The free kick has been given against Spain. And it seems against the Spanish goalkeeper, Rodriguez. Hard to work out what the referee was saying. In the meantime, we will, before the free kick, have a break for hydration, for drinks. Very encouraging start to Thailand's time at the Paralympic Games, playing for the first time in the football five-a-side competition. They've intensely worked with one another, as I say, for months in preparation for this moment. Handed an opportunity to take part in the event following Iran's withdrawal. Iran, who were the surprise silver medalists at the Rio Paralympic Games 5 years ago. Antonio Martin is one of the other options attack-wise that Spain have from the bench at some point, perhaps aged 39, another experienced football five-a-side player. Historically, there's a huge difference between these two nations when it comes to playing this as a sport. given that the sport is widely considered to have started in Spain around 100 years ago in the 1920s. The first proper championship was in Spain too in the 1980s. But history doesn't mean a great deal right now out there on the field. It's 0-0. Thailand are well in it. Why for the Asian team. Here's Alamar for Spain. The other Group B clash, a really close affair too between Morocco and Argentina. The South Americans in the end coming through that one 2-1. You feel this one could be just as close, if not closer, on the basis of the opening 11 minutes. Another corner for Thailand. Third of the match so far. Still up on possession, 10% more than Spain. Can they make this corner count? A scuffed first shot, a second one slightly better from Kupan. And another corner kick. Kupan did well to get back up and go again. A fiercely hit effort. Unfortunately, straight at the goalkeeper. Kupan and his captain, Buai, with the corner. Blocked and out again for another set piece. Chipped over towards Baudi. This is where the guides can be really important to help the outfield players get a bit of an understanding as to where their teammates are on the pitch. Acosta turning possession into Spain's. Still going. Forcibly camped up alongside the sideboard before the referee stops play. And one of the referees appears to be having a word with one of the players just while we wait for play to resume. It's Cantero this time, not the goalkeeper, Rodriguez. And Thailand keen to make a change when they are permitted to do so, when the ball is out of play again. A good run from Baudi in the end, resulting in a goal kick. And that goal kick will not be able to be taken quickly because of the change Thailand are making. Surya Ingchuros is coming on, replacing Baudi by the looks of it. It appears as though he has suffered some form of injury in the first period here at Aomi Urban Sports Park. Hopefully not the end of his match here, because he can be brought back on. But it will depend, of course, how he is on that injury front. A big throw, almost making it to El Hadawi as intended. Too much pace on it, really, from Rodriguez. It could have done with an extra bounce, really, so that El Hadawi could have actually heard the ball clearly. Good defending from Alamar. He's alone up top. Martin is set to come on. At 39, easily the oldest outfield player on this pitch. El Hadawi, the man who plays for Tarragona. Club-wise in Spain, being replaced. Martin has won a bronze medal before with Spain on 2 occasions. He took bronze with his country in 2004 in Athens and also in London in 2012. He's played football five-a-side, the veteran, ever since he was a little boy. Spain this time have a corner. Alamar. Remains in possession. Couldn't quite find the pass. Though Acosta is there, and he has a route through to goal. Acosta just unable to add the finishing touch to that move. Making slight contact with Bonchai, the Thailand goalkeeper. Wimbledon probably just did enough to put Acosta off balance right at the end, at the crucial moment. And a brief moment for Bonchai to be seen to by the Thailand physio. That's their coach, Kongkat Gongdamprai, who said in the build-up to the football five-a-side event, he wasn't just proud that his players are here taking part, he genuinely is hoping and praying, as he said, for a medal. He wants Thailand to make it to the semi-finals and to battle for bronze, silver and gold. Martin for Spain, dispossessed by the Thai captain. Good footwork from Kupan. Acosta. Deemed to be tripped in open play. And a timeout could be called. I don't think it has yet. Neither side have opted to use their timeout so far. Kupan, the Thai player, needs to be careful. He's committed 3 fouls now, so he's 2 away from giving away a double penalty for Spain. Alamar with the shot. Again, straight at the goalkeeper. But firm enough and low enough to find its way through the Thai wall. Now Acosta. Acosta onto his right side and then looking to go back onto the left, but dispossessed. Kupan through the legs of Spain's Martin. Again, twice in a row. And play just stopped for a clash of heads involving the Thai number 7. Panyawut Kupan has his own agricultural business back home. The 27-year-old nicknamed Tao by his teammates. And we have now that first timeout of the first period. Goalless it remains at Tokyo 2020. Hongdan Prai surely will be pleased overall. Pleased that not only have Thailand defended well, they've kept Spain at bay, but they have managed more than a couple of opportunities in attack themselves as well. Baudi is being brought off, meanwhile, during this timeout. Surya on. To be an outfield player at football five-a-side at the Paralympic Games, all players must be eligible for B1 class, that being the most severe level of visual impairment. Confirmation of that change for Thailand, who have this free kick opportunity.
Adolfo, tú eres externo de todo. Adolfo, tú eres externo. Adolfo,
Spain very aware that the clock is ticking down, so they do not want to be going in at the break trailing, given that they are one of the favourites to win gold in Japan. Prajak, the guide of Thailand, alerting his outfield players to where the goal is. Another save forced by Thailand of Rodriguez in the Spain goal. A very well struck shot from Alamar, or Kupan rather. Alamar in the wall for Spain. Uruguay linking up with Baudi. Off the board, Baudi to Kupan, but now back with Spain and Martin. Martin all alone in attack for the Spaniards. And play stopped for equipment reasons, with Martin's eye shade coming off in attack. Alamar back with Thailand. Almost making it to Kupan. Quickly taken by Rodriguez, the throw out for Spain from the goal. Kupan dispossessed by Alamar, the other number 7. Alamar scuffs at the shot under pressure from Wimelwan. Buai for Thailand. A teacher by trade alongside his football commitments. Another chip into the box. He's tried that a few times, the captain of Thailand. Martin for Spain. Getting in the shot, but well wide. No trouble for Ponchai. Baudi. Keeping the ball close and no doubt listening out for instructions regarding where his teammates are. An awkward bounce, getting the better of Kupan by the sideboard. You can hear the Spanish coach just saying calm to Alamar. No need to rush things. A mistake could be costly for Spain, given how competitive Thailand have been in their debut match at the Paralympic Games. Buai, their captain, marauding forward. Free kick against Kupan. And that's number 4 for him. This time on Alamar.
number 7 for Spain.
Perhaps Gongdan Prai, the coach of Thailand, may be tempted to bring Kupan off to avoid giving away the double penalty, certainly before half-time, because that would be a huge blow to Thailand, given how well they've performed in this first period, if they were to trail because of that at the break. Far more forgivable if it is as a result of a moment of magic from one of the Spaniards instead. Another Spain set-piece opportunity. Martin and Alamar in position. So too, though, the yellow wall of Thailand. And Kupan indeed is being brought off. In his place, Bancha Munfet. Munfet, who says it is and now was his great ambition to be a para-athlete. Competing in football five-a-side, he's now realised that ambition, but immediately has work to do as part of the Thailand wall. Martin gets the shot in on goal, and did that clip the post? Very good move with Thailand at the end, switching to have all 4 players in the wall, rather than a player who could be able to break away. Buai chipping this time over the sideboard. There's the chance again. Grazing the post. Spain opting to utilise their timeout now with 2 minutes to go, more or less, in the opening period. We're still in the 20s degrees C-wise, temperature-wise, in the Japanese capital. So a good opportunity as well to have another break on the hydration front for both sets of players. Two very close encounters so far in Group B on day 1 of men's football five-a-side. Argentina 2-1, winners against Morocco, goalless between Spain and Thailand. In contrast to 2 very comprehensive victories in Group A, meanwhile, Japan making their debut like Thailand, winning 4-0 against France. And Brazil, the holders, the favourites, winning in the end 3-0 against China. It seems as though Group B is shaping up to be a really close, interesting group, with only the top 2 making it through to the semi-finals. There will be classification opportunities for the other sides that don't progress from the group, but that's what it's all about. It's all about getting to the semi-finals and having that chance to play for bronze at the very least, if not gold or silver in the final match. We're back underway with Acosta for Spain. Buai winning back possession for Thailand. Now Alamar. He have to say the Thai team are really well organised defensively. Like Spain, however, in attack, not quite able to do enough just yet to break the deadlock. Drop ball ordered by the referee. There have been a lot of stoppages in this match, certainly far more than the other Group B encounter, which was more free-flowing between the Argentines and the African champions, Morocco. Baudi attempting to skip by Acosta. A foul given and a yellow card towards the bench shown to Jesus Baguiras. He has been somewhat vociferous on the edge of the pitch throughout this match. And now shown a yellow card. He, like Kupan of Thailand, will need to be a little more careful between now and the end of the match. Munfet, the sub for Thailand, is all alone up top on the Thai left-hand side. There's still plenty of time for Thailand and indeed Spain to get another chance in on goal. Thailand still the dominant side with almost 60% of possession in this encounter with Spain. Rodriguez there referring to Nino, his teammate, the outfield player Alamar, whose nickname that is. Only 20 years of age, the youngest player in the Spain squad, and indeed the team right now. And once again, the team of officials unhappy with play seemingly stopped right by the edge of the sideboard. So another drop ball. Alamar and Buwai to be a part of it, and the drop ball is against the sideboard. Such commitment and physicality in this match. Both teams not wanting to give an inch as we approach half-time with the score still level. This is a really good run from Thailand's Baudi. He got by all four Spaniards, but was unable to challenge their goalkeeper. And there is the whistle at the break. An extremely close fought encounter so far. Goalless between Spain, the top European side, the European champions from 2 years ago, and Thailand, who are making their debut at football five-a-side at the Paralympic Games, and a very, very strong and competitive debut so far too. They are more than in this clash. 0-0 at the break. So there are the stats at the break. Thailand with the bulk of possession, 59% to Spain's 41. A yellow card for Spain. For their coach, nonetheless, Jesus Bargueras. And goalless, but with plenty of shots on goal. 3 for Spain, 5 for Thailand. A total of 10 corners and 10 free kicks throughout the clash as well. We are back for the second period of this closely fought, tense encounter between Spain and Thailand in Group B of the men's football five-a-side event at the Paralympic Games. Spain back out first for the second period, joined now by Thailand. Goalless going into the second half. Thailand with a couple of more opportunities that were on target than Spain in the opening 20 minutes. Both teams again will get up to 6 substitutions in this second period, alongside a timeout each and a drinks break at halfway too. With it still fairly hot in the 20s in Tokyo. El Hadawi is back on for Spain, having been replaced in the first period. Thailand to kick off this time. Baudi. Sanchez doing well for Spain. Alomar now. Soria keeping possession, but giving a corner kick away early on to Spain. Both of these have options on the bench that they've not used so far. El Hadawi able to get a shot in. Sanchez now for Spain. Wimelwan, one of the players brought on almost through the legs of Rodriguez. Another very, very close call for Spain. Again, unfortunately for Thailand, straight at Rodriguez. Alomar opting for the chipped method, not successful. Here's Baudi. Can he make the pass to Soria, who's gone over to help his teammate? Sanchez for Spain. Away. Almost finding his attacking colleague. Sanchez. Dispossessed by the other number 11, Soria. Sanchez again. And he gets the free kick on this occasion. That is one downside to a very good performance so far from Gongdam Prize Thailand. The amount of fouls they have given away. That's the reason Kupan was brought off in the first half, because he was up to 4 personally, just 1 away from giving away a double penalty for Spain. Scuffed effort from Alamar. No trouble for Thailand's number 1. It's a corner to the team ranked 8th in the world. Sanchez tussling away with Surya, the 2 number 11s. Another drop ball ordered by the officials.
Just a drink. Yes, please, let's go then, boys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go. Yeah.
The referee
This way, 11
clearly conscious it didn't turn into an unofficial drinks break. 7 minutes early. El Hadawi for Spain. And a foul this time on Cantero. To Thailand's credit, they are forcing Spain into those positions like the one we just saw then, where they're all bunched together, the 4 Spaniards playing as outfield players. Certainly not the fluidity and the width that we normally associate Spain with in football 5-a-side. El Hadawi under pressure this time from Wimelwan. Forced back. Alamar. Unable to have a go at goal. Thailand are doing a really good job of frustrating Spain. Alamar. El Hadawi in support, but he's lost possession and then regained only momentarily. Sanchez, all the way into the box. Sanchez denied by Ponchai. Very close for Spain. Arguably their best opportunity. Skipping his way past the Thai defence. And it was the right leg of Ponchai that prevented the opener. They get a corner, the Spaniards. Spain victorious at the Euros a couple of years ago in Rome, and came second too in Berlin in 2017. The force in Europe for sure. The creators of this sport. They're being held and frustrated by the newcomers, however, in Tokyo right now.
mark with his Spain number 10. Federico Giovanni Flores.
And the foul this time against El Hadawi of Spain. Free kick for Thailand. Sanchez. Brought down. Sarria with the foul conceded on this occasion. Alamar. Alamar stays on his feet, supported by Sanchez. Now Wimelwan for Thailand. Sarria. Alamar teaming up with Cantero to avert the danger. And that is not a foul on this occasion in favour of Spain. What can El Hadawi do? He's been relatively quiet in this second period. Not the shot he would have wanted, and he'll need a break in play to sort out his eye shade. You can really sense the tension between these two sides as they try and break the deadlock. It's been a fascinating, fierce battle between Spain and Thailand. A great match so far. Still a quarter of an hour remaining. And Kupan is returning for Thailand. Sarria looks to be going off to be replaced by one of the starters. Kupan with those 4 fouls committed in the first period, which led to him being brought off by his coach, Kongkat Kongdamprai. Spain are bringing Acosta back on. Miguel Sanchez leaves the field of play. Acosta, one of several players in the Spain squad, playing club football with Betis San Isidro in Madrid, a really well-known team in the Spanish capital. Sanchez, who he just replaced, also plays for Betis, along with Vicente Aguilar, who's an option off the bench. Kupan getting his first touch of the second period. And in the box, there's still danger for Spain. And is it that man Kupan who's involved? Yes, it is. And a yellow card shown to Kupan.
Andy, take your time. Take your time. Okay? Complete team. Complete.
Confirmation that we've had 5 fouls for Kupan. So with him off Kupan, on comes Ivan Lopez. There's always a possibility, of course, that with him stuck on 4, Kupan. And now Alomar in possession. Acosta. Buai patiently waiting for a chance, which he took to get the possession back for Thailand. Ponchai using his feet this time and just unable to find Baudi. Quickly taken by Spain. El Hadawi unable to get on the end of the ball from his goalkeeper Rodriguez. So back with Thailand now. Buai. Off the sideboard, but back in Spanish hands. Rodriguez to El Hadawi. Acosta's in support. Could be looking at our first draw in football five-a-side at Tokyo 2020 after 3 victories from the first 3 matches in the group stage. He's only got more cagey since the halfway point at half-time. Fewer chances this side of the interval.
Spain, number 7.
The foul given against Alomar of Spain. A free kick for Thailand on this occasion. Mumpet, the sub, just in front of the wall, perhaps in a position where he can break away on the Thai left, potentially. That's if Thailand don't opt to shoot at goal from the free kick. The Thai guide seemingly suggesting a shot towards the keeper's right, with the extra tapping of the left post as we look at the goal. Thailand still in possession. Baudi being forced back by Alomar. El Hadawi. Buai for Thailand. No foul given. Acosta, the captain of Spain. Almost dispossessed by Baudi. Still going, the skipper of the Spaniards. And draws the foul.
Now it's time number 4. The line of fire.
Aomi Urban Sports Park, the venue for the football, one of 21 different venues being used at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. A new venue as well, not only for the Paralympic Games, but for the Olympics, which took place a few weeks before as well. Onchai again organising a Thai wall to restrict what Spain can do from a set piece. Easily the match with the most set pieces so far in football five-a-side. Spain with 8 free kicks, 8 for Thailand as well, and a further 13 corner kicks shared between these two in a match that has been somewhat stop-start at times. Just one goal could change the direction of this encounter.
Goalkeeper, guide.
Alamar and Al-Hadawi in charge of this set piece. And it's El-Hadawi who went for the shot. It was blocked by Wimbledon. Corner this time. Alamar is lurking dangerously alone. And it's El-Hadawi who was also in the mix alongside Acosta. Still Spain go on. Alamar fighting away alongside Badawi. Unfortunately for Thailand, out for their own goal kick. Really good skill to get into the box. Unfortunately, no end product under pressure. A couple of yards or so out from goal. Now at the other end, what can Thailand do with Baudi? Alamar shooting on his left side. This is a really good run from Wimbledon. Cleared only as far as the Thailand captain, Buai. And a break for drinks for both sets of players. This is a first for Thailand, taking part in football five-a-side. And we'll have another first in the world of football five-a-side later this year with the maiden female World Championship, which takes place in November in Nigeria. That, I'm sure, with a view to the inclusion of a women's football five-a-side event at some point in time at the Paralympic Games.
Number 10 heading out,
El Hadawi is, as you can see, making way yet again. A similar sort of time to when he came off in the first period. And back on in his place, Sanchez. He made his debut, Miguel Sanchez, aged only 18 for Spain, born on the island of Menorca in Europe, in the Mediterranean Sea. Wimbledon for Thailand. Spain frustrated as they attempted to break quickly with 2 balls on the pitch at that point in time. Sanchez, the sub. Though he did begin the match in the starting 5. Spain and Thailand with plenty of subs remaining in this second half. And it will be a draw at the end. In some competitions, there is a penalty shootout even in an early stage match, but this will go down as a draw with a point each. Vagueras, the coach of Spain, has been quieter, hasn't he, since half-time with his yellow card in the first period. And a penalty now for Spain. A really big opportunity for Spain to finally break the deadlock in this clash. Acosta up against Fonchai and fired wide. A missed opportunity for Spain. Too much contact there with the outside of his boot. He'll be frustrated, but Spain go on in the form of Sanchez. Still going, Sanchez. Buai, the captain of Thailand, dispossessed by Sanchez. Acosta. Into the box, unable to have a shot at goal. Baudi for Thailand. Goal kick taken quickly. Good defending from Alamar. And he goes for goal and hits the post. Ponchai possibly got a touch on that as well. But a flash shot from Alamar after helping out in defence. And now at the other end, it was half an opportunity for Wimbledon. Hit really well, and there was a touch from Ponchai in goal to knock it onto the post. A vital touch. A touch that has kept Thailand in this among the points against their rivals from Europe, Spain.
7 minutos, están con 6 faltas. Adolfo.
This draw could be so important for Spain, but also for Thailand as well, because if they were to get a big victory against Morocco, then they could go through as second in the group. Goal difference is very important. Acosta for Spain. Luai, who allows the ball to go out. And that's a change that is being made. Martin is back on, the Spanish veteran. Replacing Acosta, who missed the penalty a few moments ago. Hawaii. Off the sideboard, Saudi. Sanchez, just behind the official. And the foul is given in Sanchez's favour. Saria is coming back on, meanwhile, for Thailand. Munfet off in his place. As we approach the final 5 minutes, still goalless between Spain and Thailand in what's been a really fascinating and tense clash in Group B of Football Five-a-Side at Tokyo 2020. And with that foul, confirmation of another penalty. Martin, the veteran of Spain, to take the penalty.
Palo derecho. Medio, niño. Estoy. El portero 1 metro agachado. Estoy, ¿vale?
Will he go to the left or the right? He goes wide right. Let off again for Thailand. Closer on this occasion. And it remains 0-0. Quickly taken. Now Sanchez. Martin battling away with the other number 9, Baudi. Still Baudi. Soria, who may have to look backwards in terms of his options. Soria goes for goal. And a good way of halting Spain's advance towards the tie goal. Alamar with a curled effort. Wide again on that occasion. We're starting to see a few more chances, with both teams clearly not happy to settle for a point in this opener in what is a very tight group. Spain certainly will not be satisfied with only a point and failing to get off the mark with a win. The last timeout of this match. Ahead of a crucial last 4 minutes. It's hard to say really who the timeout suits more, because both teams were going at it in an attacking sense and having chances. It was open. If anything, this timeout might slow the game down again. But perhaps Thailand would be the happier of the two with the draw. Ponchai ensuring the ball bounced as much as possible to assist Soria. Spain were to the ball first, though, in the form of Martin. Ponchai cannot believe that. He thought it was a goal kick. It's been given as a corner. So another set piece for Thailand to defend.
Let's go. Guide, ready.
Alamar on his left. He again has an opportunity at goal. Again, narrowly wide. Baudi. Oh, this is really good, really good. Baudi blocked by the goalkeeper. That would have been a sensational goal. Skipping his way through every single challenge and by every single player of Spain. And he did manage contact in the box at the end to try and shoot past Rodriguez. So unlucky. And now Thailand have to defend, but get the ball back. Soria challenged sternly by Alamar. Here's that opportunity again from Baudi, falling down as he attempted to shoot on his left side. Were it not for him being slightly brought down, it wasn't a penalty, but slightly brought down, he might have been able to hit the ball with more force. But that sums up the Thai performance, really. They've not just come here and sat back and been willing to defend and get the point and go for the point. They have wanted to secure all 3 points to get the victory. They could still get that victory. Wimbledon trying a shot at goal. The first time we've seen a long-range effort like that in the air in this match. Many sides would be absolutely forgiven in the position of being the underdogs for just keeping possession and trying to ensure the clock ticks down, but not Thailand. They want to win this clash. Surya, closely watched by Cantero. Surya's still going. Baudi, who's got by 2 Spanish challenges. Baudi, forced back by Sanchez. Surya shoots at goal. It came off the hand of Cantero, though he certainly didn't intend that. Martin battling away with Surya. Bawai, who's put in a great shift as captain of Thailand in this match, not coming off at any point during the game. Ever present throughout his team's showing as well. And now challenging Martin. It's back with Sanchez. Sanchez going forward. He got into the box, but was unable to have a go at goal properly. And there is another timeout, just one left. Spain with 90 seconds left to try and win the game, but also to stop Thailand winning the game. It's that close in an attacking sense. I think there's little doubt that both teams want to try and win this. They will not just play out the remaining minute and 24 seconds. For Thailand, the debutants, it's been a really encouraging performance. Those months of time spent solely together in a permanent training camp away from friends and family, clearly paying dividends in the form of this very respectable showing against the European champions, the reigning European champions, Spain. A quick equipment check involving Cantero. Here's Alamar for Spain. The shot blocked. A drop ball seems to have been given by the referee. Wimmelwan will, of course, need to put back on his eye shades. The drop ball to be contested between Alamar and Buwai. Alamar winning it. Martin. A vital interception once again by Thailand's Wimmelwan. And a very, very late foul on Rodriguez, the Spanish goalkeeper, earning him a yellow card. And that is a disappointing end to his half, given how well he did not only with that block a moment ago, but also the one 2 minutes ago too. Rodriguez well and truly taken out by Thailand's Wimmelwan. And Martin again with an opportunity to score from the spot kick. Bonchai keen to know that the ball is correctly in position, which it is. Now, he missed his previous spot kick, the Spain number 9. Can Martin tuck this one away? Can he beat Bonchai? Can he get this penalty on target? What a crucial moment for Spain and for this game, for Thailand as well. 0-0 with less than a minute on the clock. And Martin for Spain has the penalty, which he hits hard and firm into the net. Spain, right at the end, take control against Thailand. A really good penalty from Martin. Top corner, no chance for Bonchai. Spain are surely going to take this one now. Heartache for Thailand. He walloped that into the top of the goal. No way Bonchai was getting close to the ball. Just look what it means to Spain. Baudi dispossessed. Spain moving forward now with Cantero. Happy to keep the ball to allow the clock to tick down. Sanchez. Martin, the goal scorer in this match. Here's Baudi. Baudi is fouled, so with 4 seconds remaining, a free kick for Thailand. Surely not. Surely they will not equalise with a go at goal from the set piece. The one goal on the scoreboard does not tell the whole story of what's been a fascinating duel between these two. A brilliant opener, in particular for Thailand, given the performance against a team with so much more history and so many more medals on the world stage. Rodriguez is certainly taking this opportunity seriously. Martin ordered back to the wall by the referee. Saria and Baudi. Baudi's going to have to shoot, it's blocked. And there goes the final whistle. Spain have come through a very tricky test against the debutants Thailand, winning by 1-0 in the end. Real heartache for Thailand, who did so well against Spain. They didn't just come to sit back and to defend. They came to try and win the match right up until the last 2 minutes, with the decisive penalty scored by that man, Martin, right at the end, with less than a minute remaining. Spain relieved to get the 3 points to join Argentina at the top of Group B. Thailand will feel immensely disappointed, but they should also feel very proud of a great performance against the great team of Spain. 1-0 in the end in Group B.
Thank you to the volunteers for all their work they're putting in here to the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Thank you to our officials and all fighters in the opening day of competition here at the football fighter side.
Spain winning by 1-0 against Thailand. A glut of chances for both nations. Almost as many on target for Thailand as Spain. Spain level with Argentina on points and with goal difference, but Argentina have the extra goal scored, which could be crucial, with those two deemed to be the favourites to finish in first and second. Thailand on no points so far, alongside Morocco. At Aomi Sports Park, there was an opening Group B match between one of Europe's finest, the reigning European champions Spain, and the newcomers Thailand, one of two nations playing at the Football Five-a-Side event for the first time at Tokyo 2020. Thailand, in the end, denied by an agonizing penalty in the final minute, scored by Antonio Martin, the veteran of Spain at the age of 39. A penalty hit fiercely into the top corner, tucked away to seal a 1-0 success for Spain, who join Argentina at the top of Group B. with 3 points after their first match.